Hi, blissful family. So today let's make chicken sandwich. Yeah. For the fruit juice, you can check my page. You'll see the recipe for that. So for the chicken sandwich, I used chicken breast and I marinated it. I dropped the spices I used for the marinade in the description box. So I made sure I marinated it very well, put it in all corners. So this is the well marinated chicken breast. I had to leave it in the fridge for like 3 hours, and I brought it out and then put in my oven. And at this point it was ready, so I started shredding the chicken breast to the size I want. Remember, we are doing a sandwich and we don't want it to be so big, so I shredded the chicken breast. After that, I also cut it into smaller pieces, then remove that. So next thing, we are going to go in with our boiled egg. Remember, I'll put everything down. Now this is my vegetables. I use carrots and green beans. I had already cut it out. I did that outside the video. So I'm adding the chicken breast to the vegetables, and we are also going to add our boiled eggs. So I used 2 full boiled eggs, but I cut the boiled egg into smaller chunks. Remember, it's a sandwich and the size of these things matters. So I added it into the shredded chicken with my vegetables. So I brought out my mayonnaise. I'm using Bama mayonnaise. You have to be generous with that. So I brought out my mayonnaise and combined it with the boiled egg, the shredded chicken, and my vegetables, which is in there already. So I made sure I combined very well. The mayonnaise acted like a binder, so it's gonna bind everything together. So when it's properly combined, we're gonna bring our sliced bread. Please, this sliced bread I use it's not really straight. It has some bent corners because of how soft the bread is, but then this is my favorite brand when it comes to white bread. So I had to oil the sandwich maker very well, just so your bread don't stick to it. Oil the bottom, and also you also oil the top very well before placing your bread. So after I placed my bread, I also added a little butter. Before I went in with my fillings, see how good my fillings look. So I had to put a lot because it's not for commercial purpose. So I had to put the quantity I desired. So put your desired quantity. If you want it small, if you want it much as mine, you go ahead and do that. So I put in my mayonnaise. Also, I rub my mayonnaise on top of the bread before I plugged my sandwich in, and I started toasting and toasting and toasting. See, these are according to your own preference. You can decide not to put this, provided you've oiled the top of your toaster or your sandwich maker. So I just decided to make sure I put mayonnaise on it also. So this is preference, okay? So I put on my toaster, and remember to butter the top and the bottom of your toaster so your bread don't stick to it when you are done. So I put in that for 3 to 4 minutes. I left it plugged in for 3 to 4 minutes, and now my toasted bread is ready. My chicken sandwich is ready. So feel free to play around this. Feel free to play around what you want to use as your fillings. Feel free to play around the quantity you want. Feel free to play around whatever. Just make sure it comes out good.